Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Edna Sensei. Welcome to the Konko Mission in Wahiawa. We'll now begin our regular Sunday service program. Please join us in prayer. Mediation Prayer, page 2. Let us seek the mediation of Wahiawa, Konko, sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we seek the mediation of you with all our heart and soul on this day, this very moment. Wahiawa, Konko, Daijin Sama, Wahiawa, Konko, Daijin Sama, Wahiawa, Konko, Daijin Sama, Wahiawa, Konko, Daijin Sama. Purification Prayer. Through the way of mediation, we our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parent. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and grievances from past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living to reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Kami Prayer. Reverently we pray that brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth, time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth is the life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is the truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenshinhan no Kami. Let us praise the divine current of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity. All those who live between heaven and earth, to revere Kami as the divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many, not knowing the way, are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes. Great is Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in this world. But he held us to faith and sincerity to receive Kami's great blessing and began the life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. The divine parent's great wish was thus fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation that leads to mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and fear not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieve, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and he knew not the dawning of day. Though years passed and the world changed, he did not waver from his path. The divine path of mediation. Thus was given the sacred Tenshinhan Kafisuke, the guiding principle for our daily life. The divine favor was thus renewed, and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of the Konko Daijin. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all the hardships of this world, the appearance of body and soul, the way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami. Without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far, the way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. While we now wear our divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us. We are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the love of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray.
meditation of Kenji Kakesuke. 池上金光大臣天地神の神死に願えおかげは我が心にあり今月今日で頼む Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within. Hearts grateful and caring and harmony and joy. Let the Kami always, now and forever. On this very day, pray. 池上金光大臣天地金の神死に願えおかげは我が心にあり今月今日で頼む Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within. Hearts grateful and caring and harmony and joy. Let the Kami always, now and forever. On this very day, pray. Dear Ikeyami Konko Daijin-sama, Tenchikai no Kami-sama, we are gathered here at the Konko Mission of Wahiawa for this regular Sunday service in honor and appreciation of your divine workings of the universe. The regular blessings we receive on a daily basis are the greatest blessings you can ask for. Your energy exists in everything from the sunlight that warms and lights up the planet to the air we breathe. Your energy exists in us humans, in plants and animals, in fishes and birds, and everything. Your energy existed since the beginning of time. It can never be created nor destroyed. We are surrounded by your workings that continue to provide for us. So we would like to take this very brief moment in our lives just to say thank you. This year will mark the 81st year of the founding of this church by the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi. Please guide us in her pursuit to continue the legacy of this church. She has sincerely dedicated her life to serving people and serving Kami-sama. We thank her for her faith, which continues till this day. We give thanks to the Reverend Yasuhiro and Reiko Hano, our family, the church members, and friends of this church, who help in many ways to continue this church in Wahiawa. Please continue to guide us in our daily lives and bless every cell in our body from head to toe. At this time, let's take a moment to reflect upon the many blessings we receive and extend a deep prayer for people who are unaware of your blessings and so experience hardship and suffering. We pray that Kami-sama within all of us shines through. And we pray that even one more person can realize your divine workings and be saved. Thank you again for all that you do. Silent tears. Adoration Prayer, page 7. We lift our eyes in awe on heaven soaring above.
We lift our eyes in awe toward the heavens soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep. Living amidst such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The imitation of Ikeyami Konko Daijin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the divine parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami, we honor the power of Kami.
Shintoku Sanji, page 29. 仰げまつれば天高く
仰ぎますれば天高く踊がみますればしはすし神の恵みに生かさるるみの幸いぞありがたき我が生き神の恩取り次ぎと日もかくる時のなく天使の神の御守りときがきの隔てなし神に尽くしみはよろずよにあまねくみして果てしなく半計らいはくすしくて人の思いぞ呼ばざる我ら今月今日やび祭りてひたすらに神の御影をたたえますらん神の比例を仰ぎますらんMitama Prayer, page 12. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will be remembered eternally. Your lives reach from generation to generation, honored as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you enter the Konko faith. You walk the way of Konko Daijin, respecting the will of the divine parent. You amass great merit individually to take it to the world beyond and lead to your descendants. Of gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our divine spirits. We beseech you, stand by us, each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami, and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, enrich us.
Dear Mitama spirits of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, deceased family, friends, spirits of the native Hawaiian people, and beloved house pets that have passed. Good morning to all of you. We are gathered here today at a regular Sunday service in acknowledgement of Kami-sama's blessings and in remembrance of you. We know that you are always watching over us and supporting our well-being and decisions, even more now that you are a Mitama spirit. You are the foundation of our existence, which enables us to be able to enjoy blessings today. If it were not for you, we would not be here. We are here today to honor your divine spirit and to pray for your eternal peace and happiness. Whether through a yellow butterfly, a dream, or gust of wind, letting us know your presence in these many forms reminds us that your love for us continues. We wish to continue your legacy as an extension of your life and help pass on your core values. At this moment, let us also pray for the people who have passed away from COVID-19 and hope that the situation will get better in the coming days. And as we begin a brand new week, please continue to guide us in everything we do. You are in our hearts always, and we want to thank you again very much for all that you do. Silent prayer. you. Sojin Sanji, page 36. よよの親は我が家の神我が神と心尽くしていつき祭らな心尽くしていつき祭らなとおと君親の神たちよ海の子のために家の柱を沈め立てたまい初子のために世のなりわいを守り助けたまい隠り世の見えぬ境にましませども身に尽くしみの御心は写し世に変わらせたまわず先御霊のまさきくさきはえたまいくしみたまのくしびに恵みたまいて志は町の柱の動きなくなりわいは結ぶすなめの指なく真心清らに励み努めしめたまいうからやからやわらぎあいて日にけに浦安く楽しましめたまいついに写し世のことを得て神の御門に参らん時には必ずしも迎え取りたまい見尽くしみをこむらしめたまわんものと神の実りの絶えなるおかしこみがたじけなみみ親の恵みのおぼろげならぬおうれしみ喜び申すことをみ心も涼やかにきこしめしたまえと申すあなくしびのみ親の御霊あなくしびのみ親の御霊あなとおとのみ親の神あなとおとのみ親の神Good morning, everyone. Let's read together the Konko Fatal Creed, page 73. The Konko faith our creed. We
We
believe in
believe in
Tenchi
Tenchi Kano
Kano
Kami,
the
the
divine
divine
parent
parent
of
of
the
the
universe.
universe.
Our
Our
founder,
founder,
Konko
Konko
Daishin,
Daishin,
embraced
embraced
Kami's
Kami's
revelations
revelations
and
and
a
as
divine
divine
mediator,
mediator
answered
answered
the
the
call
call
to
to
eternal
eternal
mediation.
mediation.
Our
Our
continuing
continuing
goal
goal
from
from
moment to moment
moment
is
is
to
to
realize
realize
Kami
Kami
within
within
each
each
of
of
us.
us.
We are fulfilled through Kami. Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts, hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurtured, mutually fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity towards spiritual fulfillment. Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our regular Sunday service. Today's sermon is by Reverend David Yano, my brother. I know you're excited to hear what he has to say. He's amazing because he can just wing his speeches. He doesn't even have a script in front of him, it's amazing. And he's able to present a wonderful sermon. Well, anyway, I want to just share a little short show and tell kind of thing. But Friday was my husband Clayton's mother's passing day. So that day I remember that. Oh, okay, we gotta go get flowers for the niche for the columbarium at the temple. And that morning I remembered, and I was here in Wahiawa, so my intention was to get the flowers in the yard and take those home so we can offer them on Saturday morning when we go to karate. However, I completely forgot to take home the flowers on Friday evening when I head back to Whitefield. And Saturday morning when we woke up for our karate, I was extremely tired and I just felt like melted jello. You know that sensation? It's like you don't want to move. It's like in my heart, I was like, oh, I don't want to go karate. I want to sleep in some more. I was really, really tired, and I didn't want to tell Clayton that, but I just didn't want to go karate, But I didn't say that. And I went in front of the altar and I said, "Good morning, Konko Daiji. Thank you that I'm alive today, but I feel really tired. Kami-sama, Konko Daiji, please give me energy." And as soon as I said that, flowers came up in my heart. I was like, oh, flowers! I forgot about flowers. No. And I forgot to bring the flowers to Wahiawa. And it's important. You have to remember the people in our life that became the foundation of our existence. And oh my goodness. And I told Clayton, I said, "Oh, we gotta go to Food Land." And he said, "Why?" I said, "We gotta go get flowers. Yesterday was your mother's passing." And I was like, "Oh." And then he said, okay. And we're rushing. And then he got a text from his karate students, and they both couldn't make it. They said, "Oh, we cannot make it to karate this morning." So it's like we have no students this morning anymore, all of a sudden. So he said, Edna, we don't have to rush. Now we have more time. We don't even have to go to IEA early. I said, "What happened?" "Oh, the karate students, they canceled." So I was like, "Oh, can I go to Wahiawa?" And he's like, "Sure." Yeah, maybe for an hour, I had time to go to Wahiawa. So I rushed to Wahiawa. I finished my newsletter, and then I was able to pick the flowers, the beautiful anthuriums that last very long, and they're very vibrant and red. Red is the color that she loved. And I was able to make a tiny little vase of beautiful fresh flowers, and I was able to take it home. And when I reached home, we went to in the temple, and we were able to offer the flowers. And then, it's so strange because as soon as I said, Konko Dajin, please give me energy, I don't know what's going on, Kami-sama gave me energy right then and there. Kami-sama says, flowers. And it just hit my heart, it just hit me like, flowers. I was like, oh, yeah. And as soon as I remember that, I became genki again, I became, had a little bit more energy. So I think that's really amazing how Kami-sama and the Mitama spirits try to connect with you in many ways. Another thing I want to share with you is this thing over here. I think some people have seen my Facebook posting. It's the crystal. Can you see this beautiful crystal? It's it has octagonal. It has octagonal sizes. It's pretty beautiful actually, and it smells like patis. You know what patis is? Fish sauce. So the strange thing is, I was making pancit the other day. It's a Filipino noodle dish, and I really love that. And the reason why I love that is because a good childhood friend's mother used to make that for us, and she's the one that introduced us to pancit. Chinese mom, Mrs. Tangerine, and they used to live down the street, and they introduced us to pancit, and I was like, oh, this is like probably my favorite noodle of all times. And she passed away last year. And while I was making pancit, I was remembering Mrs. Tangerine. I said, oh man, Miss Tang, she made the best pancit. I could never, make pancit as good as her. Yet I tried. And then when I was putting in the fish sauce to flavor, to season the noodles, I suddenly hear like a clinkling sound. Well, I would hear the clinkling sound. A big clinkling. I heard like a clink, and then out pops this crystal. I was like, well, what is that? I thought it was a piece of glass or something that came off of the bottle. And then I licked it. I was like, it's salty. It's a it's a salt crystal, but it's beautiful. It looks like a jewel. So I washed it really quickly, and I wipe it down, and I have it nicely in this keepsake box, and I put a label on it, and I say Patis Salt Crystal, dated 1/28/2021, while I was making pancit noodles. So it's almost like, her Mitama spirit is like, thank you for thinking about me. Here's a crystal for you. It's like I felt like she bestowed upon me this beautiful crystal in memory of her. So
Was it?
yeah, and her birthday was a couple of days ago actually too. So it's so interesting because I think about her every day, and every time I think about her, this yellow butterfly comes to make its presence. And just yesterday, I was talking about this crystal to my husband Clayton outside when I was watering the dragon fruit tree. And I said, that's really strange because I was thinking about her when I was making pancit, and then this crystal came from the bottle. It just rolled out of the bottle. And I was just thinking about her, so interesting. And all of a sudden, this big monarch butterfly came. Whoosh, whoosh. I was like, oh, it's Amy! That's Mrs. Tangerine. She comes to see me every day. So I'm really, really thankful and happy that we can have this spiritual connection with the people who have passed away in our lives. So that's kind of like what I wanted to share with you today. Well, anyways, today's sermon is by Reverend David Yano. Can't wait to hear what he says. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to today's Sunday service. Uh, when I talk up here, it's never gonna be as good as Edna's, because Edna's is always written down, and I know winging it is not always a good thing, but I really don't know what to talk about a lot of the times. I know that I have to talk on a certain day, because I always get assigned a day to talk, especially by Edna. So I usually like to talk about the most recent things that I feel I experienced. So recently I just been real busy at work. I don't know how the other hospitals are doing, but at my workplace it's just been really busy. It's been getting full. It's just like constant busyness all the time. So I was on the floor, and I was on the floor basically. It's a floor that might not be the most easiest floor, but for some reason I had the best patients that day. Like, oh my god, these are so good. These patients are awesome. So, it's like I had my whole night planned pretty much, because they were great patients. They weren't that sick. And so I finished everything like before 10 o'clock. Whatever needed to get done, I had pretty much everything done and all set. And one of the newer nurses that just finished their, I guess, new grad thing asked like, David, why are you so fast? Like I said, I'm done with everything, so I can help you with whatever. And I said, why are you done so fast? And I was like, because I used to always get floated. I used to always split. It was almost guaranteed. I worked for 4 hours and I would go to another floor. And I was like, oh, I'm glad I haven't done that recently. I haven't done that for a while, actually, is what I told her. And then they said, oh, David, you finally get to work on this floor. And then closer to 11 o'clock, I went to see my other patients. And then they said, David, I'm sorry, you gotta go ICU now. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then the charge nurse says, you know why? It's because you put it out there in the universe. So it's like, oh, you say the same thing that other people say. So the new grad was like smiling and laughing and saying, and that's why I do things fast, because I split, because I'm a float nurse. So I did. I was like, okay, whatever. So I had to give up my good patients, and the nurse who came in had really nothing to do but to just see the patient, because all the work was done. They just have to do the vitals, basically, and that was it. Easy peasy, right? So I went down to ICU that night, and they said, David, you might get a patient. We'll just keep you just in case you need to get a patient. So I was down there, and I was like ready to get a report for our patient, but then the ICU was completely full, and there was a patient in the ER who was ICU. They said, David, you might get this patient. They're intubated, they're like possible COVID and all of that. But basically I couldn't get that patient because they couldn't move anyone in the ICU. They couldn't move anybody out to make space for that patient. So I ended up just staying in the ICU just to help out with no patient. And I just kind of basically was a float nurse to assist the whatever floor needed help. So I helped the ICU, because that's where I was assigned to, and then I helped the COVID floor because they were drowning and they needed help. So in the end, it actually worked out that I got to float up to ICU. The supervisor makes all the difference. The supervisor makes all the difference. The person in charge of the hospital that night makes
he was very patient and understanding and kind of doesn't get frazzled. If we had another one, I would have guaranteed gotten the patient. The hospital would have been a mess, or could have been a mess, and things just wouldn't have gone very smoothly. So throughout all of this, I guess it's mainly the attitude you have towards a certain situation that can make all the difference in the world on how your day will go about, is what I felt I learned that night. So I finished my shift in the ICU. I went back to the floor where I had my good patients and to just get all my belongings. And the nurse said, "Oh, I had a good night. You gave me the best patients." I was like, "Yeah, I know I gave you good patients, but it was like nothing to do." And then the people who had those patients the next day came back anyway, so it was like no changes, updates basically. Updates are the best thing for a lot of nurses when they have to give report, because they don't have to thoroughly explain everything. They just tell the issues that happened the night before or the day before. So that's pretty much what I felt. Your attitude makes all the difference. So this might not do anything with what I'm talking about right now, but I guess it does, because I did have an okay night. It was good. So I was already tired already. So on my way home, like coming home from Straub, I tried to get onto the freeway. And when getting onto the freeway, I go down the street, and then there's not a merge. There's one lane that turns left, and then there's one that goes straight onto the freeway. So I was driving down the street and like gonna go towards the freeway, and all of a sudden, the car that they're supposed to turn left, there's like no space to actually go inside. They just like all of a sudden turn on their brake and just cut me off. I was like, oh my god, like I was into an accident.
Wow.
That morning, and then it was like I beeped the horn and they stuck their middle finger at me. And
Wow.
I was like so frustrated. What are you doing? Like you're the one at fault. Like I was like so mad at that moment, just for a brief moment. And I was like, I had to breathe, and I was like, I shouldn't get mad. So I thought I shouldn't get mad. I'm glad I didn't get into an accident, even though it's their fault. Some people get so frustrated, and then they get mad at the person in front of them, and then they wish this and that. It's like, I wish they get into an accident, I hope they die, stuff like that. They say stuff like that, and I just try not to think anything like that at all, because, like I said, that would be basically putting it out there into the universe where things can happen to you inadvertently. So that's what I experienced with me, with my motorcycle accident. Not my motorcycle, but somebody got into an accident with me. It was like, you're doing such stupid things, like you're gonna get hurt, like I hope you get hurt. Like long time ago, I thought like that, because they're like wheeling on the freeway and all that. And then after that, a motorcycle hit my car and got totaled, and that person almost died, which I'm glad he didn't. I prayed so hard that time, but it's the thought of putting it out there into the universe that can change your future, basically, or that can change the way things turn out for everyone. So in your everyday life, just think about what you say, think about what you think, because even thinking that can also put it out there in the universe as well, is what I felt. So just try to have a good attitude and try to be patient and just basically try to be a good person. I always say that, just be good, try to be good to everyone, and good things will come to you in the end. That's it. Thank you very much.
thank you for joining the service. Listen to Edna Sensei's speech. I remember it's a reminder. She remembered flower to be offered to Plato's mother. And Kami-sama responded to her prayer. So, we have a new cup. Actually, it's a gift from Edna. And she gave this reminder about at the door of the bathroom, different bathroom, the doors. So about like 3 or 4 of this reminder every single day. So when what this? Oh, I have look
Lock the door.
lock that doors. Even during the business, when I see, oh, it remind me if I lock. So it's very effective. And actually, Konko-sama said the Tenchikaki scale, the reminder, divine reminder, only 4 line messages. When you look at what do you remember? What do you remember? This 들어가는 럭고 하나 가게나 Oh, I have to lock the card one. It's quite clear, quickly. But when you got the Tenchikaki scale, divine reminder, what do you remember? It's only 4 lines. いきなり本校大臣、ティッチ会の神、一心に願い、おかげはこれで。Some people, oh, I should develop harmonious, peaceful heart to get peace and to get blessed. Some people will say, oh, I have to pray every single day. Some people say, oh, I say, Konko-sama, いきなり本校大臣。Some people, I have to say, Tenchi Kai no Kami. But the message do not show concrete messages. It depends on each one of us. So we have many personal issues, the problem encounters. So when you look at that message that reminds you, you should be careful about your state of mind. This can be the very message for me. Nowadays, when I look at this message, I feel like it's comes the founders. I can very see comes the founder's face. I have never looked at the founder's face, but I feel like Tenchikaki scale is founder's face to remind me what is important at any stage of our daily living. As for David's message, I remember Ichijiga Banji. This is a regularly reminder at Amagi Church when we practice Shugyo. What is used to say, Ichijiga Banji. If you can clean the house, clean, do anything very minor, perfectly, that can lead to any other things. So there's Toyotomi Hideyoshi. He became the lord of the Japan. He was so successful in handling the shoes of the lords. Take care of the shoes. That's the initial. But he took so much effort and mind in carrying all the minor task of carrying authorities. But can that make it to become one of the biggest samurai, Tomo samurai. So one thing can lead to any other things. So when you do anything, do it at your best. But then your whole life can be successful, I believe. I'd like to introduce a message of founder Konko. Many people undergo physical asceticism. Some even walk about in the cold, give prayers. They should instead undergo asceticism of the heart. This is done by not complaining about others, tolerating inconveniences, working diligently, and not spending beyond one's needs. All the while, others are not to be told of those ascetic efforts. Many pray wholeheartedly for their sufferings, and many are not aware of the ways of practicing faith. This is from Yamamoto Sadachi, number 62. And I'd like to also introduce another message given to Pondo Fujimoto. For serving at the tourist mediation on the west side of Kano village in Namba, Osaka, I felt much responsibility in serving the hero mine. I thought a person like me, with no virtue, cannot continue serving the faith. I must acquire more of Kami's virtue. I decided I had to do ascetic training, so I asked Konko-sama for advice. I would very much like to go to a mountain and undergo ascetic training for some time. What do you think of this? Konko-sama asked. If you go to a mountain, how will you do ascetic training? In a mountain, I would first live on dumplings made from barley. Then I would live on the nuts and leaves of trees. And towards the end, I will survive only on water. And Konko-sama asked, what kind of mountain would you go to? I'd go as deep into the mountain as I can to separate myself from the world. In a blessed teaching, Konko-sama imparted, that is fine. However, Kondo-san, you did not trouble yourself by going to a mountain, create a mountain in your heart, and do religious training there. And the mountain which you have created in your heart, then if there are difficulties or unsavory views from your wife, do not complain. From Kyoten Gorikai number 2, Kondo Fujimoto. One of the race person said, Konko trade is so difficult because it's so closely connected to every single day, daily living. Going to the mountain, be separate from others, and doing, but this can be physically demanding, but creating your mountain in your heart and deal with a problem can be much harder. If you can practice this kind of shugyo, you can be a true Konko believer. Thank you very much. Gorikai number 3, page 54, number 83.
83.
ちょっと待って。ペー
83.
54, no, 83.
いいですか？
読んだんじゃないそれ、この間。
Oh, no, 55, no, 87.
87。あ、いいじゃん。OK。どうぞ。長くないよ、それ。短い。
85.
No, 87。87のかな。
87?
Yeah.
87. It is said that the woman's womb is borrowed, but it is not. It is an everlasting treasure. During pregnancy, a woman should think that she bears the child of Kami and should take good care of it.
Oh, 88. Customarily, parents have given mirrors to their daughters upon marriage. The mirrors are not just for helping the daughter look pretty. When her heart is distressed or in pain, she can use the mirror to look into herself. In this way, she will not present an unpleasant face to others. This is to keep family harmony. 89. This faith can be propagated with just one umbrella.
90. It is easy to have water run downstream, but it is difficult to have it go upstream. To establish faith is time-consuming and difficult, since it is done by ordinary people. It will be established through Kami's blessings. Even if you confront difficulties, your endurance will be rewarded with divine virtue.
91. Those who established this faith underwent severe religious training, but people later need not undergo such training. They can receive divine blessings easily. 92. Kami is the same everywhere. There is nothing different about coming to worship at the Hiramai of Konko Daijin. When people say that they have received divine blessings at one place but not at another, it means that the strength of the mediators of the Hiramai is different. When you are a mediator between Kami and man, you should discipline yourself. You should not get up late in the morning. The time you rise will determine the time people come for prayers.
93. Believers who come to worship Kami because the believing as a representative of Kami. The Kami's representative is absent. Believers would say that Kami is absent too. Do not leave the Hiramai unattended. Dedicate yourself to faith. Continue to always hold the proper attitude. There are people from all walks of life that Kami regards all people as equal. Since all people are Kami's children, treat them all with the same regard and consider no one as unworthy. Right?
はい、入ってます。はい。じゃあ、では。Good morning、おはようございます。ただいまから歌を4つ歌わせていただきます。4 songs, we're going to sing songs. よろしくお願いいたします。
Oh heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear still within my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light coming from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives. When I'm down and ready to surrender, when times are hard and it seems so dark, just know each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, sweet arms together we will walk to the shining, shimmering, brilliant light light from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives.
ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. Please stay here.
ギラビ本校大臣地我の神に我が身は心にあり今月今日でともにギラビ本校大臣天地金の神に願えおかげは我が心にあり今月今日でともに
you again for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful new week. Just a quick announcement. The mochi order forms are ready to pick up. We will have a Girls' Day Mochi Tsuki on Sunday, February 28th. We're only going to pound 4.5 batches of mochi. So first come, first serve. We'll sell the mochi in packs of 4. So 2 pieces of pink mochi and 2 pieces of green yomogi mochi with the bean jelly center. So for $5 a package. The order forms are available. Let us know. Please order by February 20th deadline, unless we're maxed out on orders already. So all proceeds will go to the headquarters instead, because they'll be having a large renovation project for their main worship hall. So we would like to donate all the money that we made from this Girls' Day Mochitsuki to the headquarters. So please, your support will be very much appreciated. And also the February newsletter is ready, and I can email it to you if you would like to have, if you would like to be on our email list for the newsletters. Please zap me your email and I'll send you a copy. Thank you. Have a good week. Oh yeah. Also, we always have our weekly okage sharing amongst our family members. We used to do this amongst our church members as well, and we hope you are also doing this at home. Share amongst your family or the people you are with right now the blessings you received for the past week, and just sharing that, just talking story is good, and it'll also validate the blessings you receive from Kami-sama. So it's good practice. So have a good week. Thank you. Bye bye.